Hey everyone, this is Manly Bastard and welcome to Corpse Party Sweet Sachiko's Hysteric Birthday Bash, also known as Corpse Party to You. So, this is a spin-off game. This is actually, I think it still has some horror parts and it still has some main story parts, but it is primarily a kind of fan service-y comedy based off the Corpse Party universe, and it takes place between the Corpse Party Book of Shadows, the epilogue of it anyway, and Corpse Party 2. So it is canon, it's in a funny place there, and this has basically never been translated up till now, so it's released a little bit late considering Corpse Party 2 already came out, aka Corpse Party Blood Drive, but it's here, and we're gonna see our characters get into some antics, and hopefully not die. This is Heavenly Host Elementary, a hell that exists beyond the concept of place, where the dead roam free and eternally torment the living. And our story begins when the one who rules over this hell, Sachiko, the girl in the red dress, suddenly lost consciousness and fell to the floor. The child spirits who were bound by the curse of this school all gathered around her quizzically. And the oldest among them, Yuki, reached out her hand to touch Sachiko's shoulder, almost as if in worry. Only for Sachiko to spring her own arm up and grab hold of Yuki's encroaching hand in a single motion, glaring at her prey with bloodshot eyes. Don't touch me, you filthy human ghost. Perhaps glaring is too gentle a word. From betwixt her black strands of hair, eyes like daggers shot at Yuki, boring through her already hollowed cranium. However,
Yuki-chan, ohayo.
Ohayo gozaimasu. In the next instant, the expression on Sachiko's face changed to a smile, not unlike that of an ordinary child. It was an infectious smile, too. Yuki, Ryo, and Tokiko alike all lit up like candles from its glow. Chapter 0, Hysteric Birthday. Sachiko then turned for a moment to face the calendar on the wall, and as if on cue, the old date listed thereupon tore away and drifted to the floor. As it fluttered with a faint crinkling sound, the newly reborn calendar now proudly displayed its new moniker, July 19th. That makes me think Sachiko could easily be a Casper-like character if she was friendly. So this doesn't have to be, like a horrible situation. You could be like a little goofy and be like, hey, I'm a ghost. How you guys doing? What's this? Magic trick. Well, what'd you do? I just did your taxes.
やったー今年も来たよ幸子の誕生日
おめでとう。
ありがとうさっちゃんおめでとう
Thanks, Mom.
お母さん抱っこいい子ね今日一日だけは楽しく過ごしましょうなんて言うんだっけお母さん捕まってる人を許してあげるのって
Mercy?
恩赦かしらそれ今日はみんなに恩赦を出すよまだ死んでない人たち全員体育館に集めておいて
I feel like that's a trap.
楽しいお誕生日になるといいわね
Oh no! I made a joke in my original playthrough of Corpse Party, my oldest one. Where I remember I said something about, like, I think it was the one room called, like, the Corpse Room or something? It was something like that. It had some grim name, and I was like, what if, like, there was, like, a party in there? Like, you just go in there, and it's like, oh, it's a happy birthday. Like, there was cake and everything. This is it. This is the actual secret birthday room. So it's canon now, my own joke. Before they ever made it. I had foresight, see? When I came to, I found myself in a very spacious but dimly lit building. The ceiling above me had to have been a good 30 feet or more off the ground, with rows of lights evenly spaced along its entire area. And the floor below me was clearly varnished, shining with a glossy finish. I lifted my head a bit and surveyed the area in front of me, and the first thing I saw was a stage, flanked on both sides by drawn red curtains. And right in the middle of it was a podium, like the kind you typically see principals stand behind as they introduce themselves with new classes. Greetings, new class. You're all gonna die. Welcome to college. The rain was coming down in sheets outside, and the steady pitter-patter of it on the roof filled this entire massive space with a deceptive calmness. On either side of the room, a plastic basketball hoop stretched its way upward toward the ceiling, eagerly reaching like its players might. The space served as a gymnasium and auditorium booth, like so many others did in school buildings from throughout the mid-20th century.
やはり学校。ここは天神小学校か。くそ。また幸せの幸子さんを止められなかった。
I couldn't remember anything clearly, but I had the distinct sensation that this was not my first time experiencing the events of this particular day. Somehow I could just feel it. And I knew that just a few short hours ago. In our plain, old familiar classroom 2-9, my friends all performed the ritual that sealed us here in this horrible place. It was called Sachiko ever after, and try as I might, I couldn't stop them.
分かっていたのに。
But something was different this time around.
待て。行動？ここには初めて入る気がする。
There were a lot of other people around as well. Students from a variety of different schools, most wearing uniforms I didn't recognize. For all the world, it looked and felt just like a Monday morning assembly. And I clearly wasn't the only one confused by what was happening. Everybody was looking around in a daze as if they all just woken up.
そうだ。この天神小学校に飛ばされて、ゆかと一緒に1の A の教室を出たところまでは記憶がある。チャイムが鳴って大きな地震があって、気がついたらここにいたんだ。みんなは2年9組の
Looking closely, I could see a handful of students wearing the uniform of Byakuren Senior High School, which wasn't far from ours. I even recognized a uniform or two from Polonia Academy High School, I think. We had mixtures of them in the past. But where was Kizaragi? David's not been brought here this time. Was I the only one?
Naomi!
From deep within the throng of unfamiliar faces, Naomi and Shinohara came barreling toward me. The sight of friends amidst this chaos energized me, as if lifting a cloud from my heart. Forgetting for a moment that Naomi was a girl, I rushed to meet her and hugged her with all my might. Tears were streaming down her cheeks. Most likely, she'd been subjected to unspeakable horrors in the school until just a few minutes ago, just as Yuka and I had.
大丈夫か?
問題ない。
怪我してないか?
Look who's still... Well, actually, none of us are alive. But look who's kind of spiritually alive.
篠原も平気か?
もうナオミ、話しちゃダメだよ。
あ。
Naomi quickly pushed herself away. Shinohara was staring at her with an impish grin on her face, but she too had tears welling in her eyes. Yuka, Shinozaki, Suzumoto, and Miss Yui were all together, and seemed to have noticed us all at once. They came running over to join the reunion.
Yuka! Yui sensei!
サトシ君、みんな。
Yoshiki! Shinozaki! Suzumoto! Morishige mo!
No one likes you more, Shige. Get out of here.
みんな無事だったんだな。
バカね、サトシ。何泣いてんのよ。
ひでえ顔だぜ、サトシ。なんだよ、みんなこそ。くそ。会いたかったんだからな。
持田くん。
We've been told that even though the 9 of us were all here, in the same school, we existed in separate closed spaces and may never meet again. Here we were, not in separate dimensions, closed off from one another, but gathered together in the same space and even the same room. We were still trapped in Heavenly Host Elementary, but my dearest wish to be able to see my friends once more had actually come to pass. So yeah, I was crying. I couldn't stop the tears from gushing out my eyes even if I wanted to. We all slung our arms around one another's shoulders and enjoyed this first real moment of happiness any of us had experienced since this ordeal began. No one likes you too, either. Get out of here. Other voices indicating similar teary reunions could be heard here and there throughout the auditorium. It seemed everyone here was in a similar situation to our own. And it was kind of strange. I recognized some of them, as if I'd met them in another life, yet all the others in attendance were complete strangers.
一体どうなっているんだ？
気絶している間に誰かに意図的に集められないとこうはならないだろう。
そうね。再会はできたけれど、見たところ天神小学校から出られたわけでもないから、手放しで喜べる状況でないことは確かだわ。
Implying you're gonna escape in this route? Ho 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 ho.
みんな、まだ気を緩めないで。
Why had we been assembled here? What was going to happen to us? I had a bad feeling about this, and I clearly wasn't the only one. A collective shudder ran through the room. You could turn around to address the familiar voice that spoken her name. It was, for some reason, her classmate, Satsuki Mizuhara. Nonchalantly munching on potato chips from the bag she seemed to have just taken out of the cupboard. Hell! We spun ourselves around to see what had produced that ear-splitting feedback pulse. And there, standing upon the auditorium stage, was an enormous speaker. In line with it was the podium noted earlier, as well as a mysterious announcement board covered up with red cloth.
あったっけ？
皆さん静粛に気がつきましたか？
どこで喋ってるんだ？
Everyone in the room began looking around frantically for any sign of the person speaking to them.
はい、静かにちゃんと前を向きなさい。喋ってる人の顔を見て。
顔を見ろって。誰も立ってねえじゃねえかよ。
As usual, Yoshiki did not mince words, but his protests were met by a close encounter with a metal hammer, which came whizzing toward him from the stage, spinning wildly through the air. What is that? Hammer Brothers and Mario? It was positively massive, almost imaginably so. And the aim was spot on. It landed right at Yoshiki's feet, easily sinking itself deep into the floorboards where it remained, standing upright. Yoshiki fell to his knees, absolutely paralyzed with fear. They gave him a pretty long sentence in that translation, but all he said was Bakemono wa, which literally was just him saying like, monster. The giant man, Yoshikazu Yanagihori, was standing on one wing of the stage. He approached the podium at center stage and lifted a very little girl out from behind it, popping her up on his arms so the crowd could see her clearly. Yoshikazu's response to the murmuring crowd was to stamp his feet hard and let out a bellowing roar, instantly silencing the room. Basaka.
みんないつもお疲れ様です。何回もこの一日をループしてる人、ご苦労様です。
It was pretty catchy, actually.
いつもと違って特別なループなの。今日が終わり次第、全部なかったことになる。
Speaking of which, Heavy Host is pretty big. You could have a killer rave there. And by killer, I mean everyone's gonna die.
本来ありえない番外編じゃないやブレーコアロソンジというなんとかです。二度と会えない人もいると思うので今日だけは十分堪能してね。
なんだそりゃ。
I want to be part of this too. Dante Soya!
幸子の誕生日なの。だから今日はみんなも楽しんでほしいの。楽しむって何？どういうこと？楽しむ？何それ？
It means have fun. Don't die.
警戒を解いちゃダメよ。
あの少女確か知っているのかキザミ。
今日はちょっと文化祭をしてもらいます。
ざわざわざわ。
Zawa, zawa, zawa.
どうやのこれ。水原、死後はダメです。
Sachiko quickly threw something in Satsuki's direction, with deadly accuracy. It was chalk. It smacked her right in the forehead with a fleshy spot, and down she went.
表彰学園2年1組大上さやかさん。
It was one of the girls from another school. She'd raised her hand enthusiastically as if this were a proper class and she was aiming for high marks. Sachiko seemed to take well to this, pointing at the girl named Sayako Oi and urging her to state her business.
閉じ込めた犠牲者の名前ちゃんと覚えてるの？あの子。
She's a ghost god of a ghost dimension, like you think. Naomi seemed to be studying the girl closely.
帰りたいんですけど。
That seemed like not such a smart thing to say. But Sachiko just swatted the idea away like it was a pesky fly, without even flinching and without ever losing her smile.
それはダメ、許さない。
お前の誕生日とか知るかよ。帰らせろよ。
Hamada, outo. Taikiku. As a boy with the red hair, Kai Shimada spat out his demand. The rest of the attendees became riled up and began making similar demands of their own.
そうだそうだ。
Sachiko raised her hand slowly, pointing at Shimada, before hastily swinging it out downward. It would become clear why in just a moment.
大体てめえ何様だよ。ガキの分際で俺たちをコケにするなんて10年早っ。
Out. One of the lights from almost directly above Shimada came crashing to the floor with tremendous force, brushing up against his cheek on the way down. In a state of absolute shock, a cold sweat immediately formed on his body, and he collapsed to the ground in a heap.
朝礼中は手を挙げてから発言してね。
But no one else raised their hands. No one else uttered even a single peep. In fact, the room fell dead silent. They were jamming to this crazy beat. Somehow this made Sachiko smell all the more menacing. Then finally, the silence was broken.
武蔵川女子中学校1年4組小笠原奈々さん。文化祭って何をすればいいですか？いい質問ね。先生素直な子は大好きよ。
Sachiko raised her hand to give a flourish, and the cloth covering the board beside her fell away. Upon it was a hand-drawn map of the school that was somehow simultaneously joyous and extremely creepy.
天神幸子丸かじり血肉不臭の大換金フェスティバル夏。
Okay.
いい名前だと思ったのに。
Yoshikazu Yanagihori once again bellowed at the crowd and slammed his foot upon the floor with all his might. It was such a powerful stomp. In fact, the whole room shook for several seconds afterward, the lights above clinking unsettlingly the whole time.
拍手しとけみんな。
Yay. Sachiko's smile couldn't have been any wider or, surprisingly, any purer. She shifted her weight a bit and hopped over to the podium for a better, more central seat from which to address her captive audience. Pun! Oh god. She kind of just weed over there. Someone just took it in Photoshop and just moved the layer over her. And then suddenly she pointed toward the presentation board of a conductor's stick she'd somehow procured.
見ての通り、幸子が腕によりをかけてたくさんの楽しいリクレーションメニューを用意したよ。それぞれに参加する生徒ももうこっちで決めてあるの。どこからいいと楽しむかは基本的にあなたたち次第。
It was pretty clear these weren't going to be quite as fun or entertaining for us as we were being so poorly led to believe.
各催しごとに時間軸が狂ってるから多少つながりがおかしいこともあるかもしれないけどそこは気にしないでね。
Oh yeah, so we messed with the time-space continuum, but that doesn't matter anyways, it's anime. So have fun.
ご都合主義か。
Yoshiki barked out his misgivings despite himself.
あとね、みんなはおまじないをしてここに来てくれたんだよね。実はね、今日だけ特別ゲストとして参加してもらう人たちがいるの。さっきからチラチラ出てるから気づいてくれてる人もいるかもしれないけど。
Yuka turned to look at Satsuki.
友達か？
どうも。その人たちは魂をつないでおくことができないからいるのは今日一日だけ。でも死んじゃったらここにとどまることになるから気をつけてね。
そこにいるのはもしかして 獅子堂？
司くん。
Oh no. The complete and utter shock in her voice was beyond apparent. Isn't the age gap a little weird here now? I feel like we pulled them from the past. This is a little bit of a time distortion thing. Suddenly, there stood Mukuni Tsukasa, decked out in his school uniform, exactly as Yui remembered him from her own school days.
やっぱりなんでお前大人になってるんだ？
いや、わかんないけど、司くん高校の時のままなんだ。かわいい。はいはい、如月学園高等部2年9組鈴本真由さん。
There was a lot of layers to that relationship now, at least temporarily.
ね、幸子さん、せっかく楽しい一日にするのなら、もっと明るいタイトルの方がいいと思うの。
Dana, Chiaya, and Nari all nodded in agreement. For some reason.
そうね。幸子のヒステリックバースデー。
So how about Corpse Party Sweet Sachiko's Hysteric Birthday Bash Steam version? .tm. The audience certainly seemed to like it. But then Mayu was in the theater club, so it only stood to reason. She knew how to sell an idea. Bit by bit, as she surveyed the applauding students, the look on Sachiko's face changed from one of pouty dejection to pure unbridled enthusiasm. She most likely had no clue what hysteric meant. And Yoshiki, Shimada, and Morishige weren't exactly on board with the idea, a fact which he made abundantly clear.
マユ、お前何考えてるんだ？あいつは俺たちを閉じ込めた敵なんだぞ。
分かってる。私だって怖いよ。でもね、なんか寂しいのかなって。
レイに同情しすぎちゃいけないって言うだろ。こんな空気に飲まれちゃダメだ。
分かってないのは森重くんの方かもしれないよ。あの例の隙をつくためにとりあえず従っておくふりをするって手もあるわ。それぐらい何よ。私平気。
Plus, there may be prizes. And cake.
じゃあ開幕だよ。ヒステリックバースデー。
Woo.
なんだこの音は？ラップ？
It's pretty good, actually.
なんでラップ？
令状だけにラップ。
Lol.
なんか怖いこと言ってるぞ、歌詞。
Positively beaming now, Sachiko turned her head to look at something farther back on the stage.
最初の催し物だけは幸子が決めるね。そうね。
She suddenly had a knife in her hands and was tossing and catching it absent-mindedly as she considered her options. She then swung back around triumphantly.
幸子、ラブコメみたいな。あれ？聞こえなかった？
Everyone started getting romantic and comedic at the same time, preferably not like Adam Sandler.
幸子、ラブコメみたいなって言ったんだけど。
ラブコメだ？
ラブコメ。学園ラブコメって今すごく人気あるんでしょ？
まあ、そうだな。
They kind of were, when this first came out, years ago.
でも俺とラブコメに何の関係があるんだ？まあ、俺と篠崎が主人公っていうなら悪くねえ気もするが。
No, you and Satoshi are going to be the stars. It's going to be that kind of romantic comedy.
今、岸沼くんこっちを見た？まあ、気のせいよね。
Ah!
ってなこっぱずかしい真似できるかっての。
Ah!
岸沼くんなんか怒ってる？
Ah!
ね、人気があるってことはすごく面 白いってことよね。
かもな。
じゃあ見せてくれるよね。
ま、内容次第じゃねえのか。
テクノボ、例のものを配ってちょうだい。
Yoshikazu Yanagihori began handing copies of a thin offset book to each person in attendance. Each beautifully bound mini-tome was adorned with gaudy decorations highlighting the title of the work contained within.
なんだこれ。台本ってやつか。天神小学校ハーレムスクールデイズ。ラブラブ大作戦だ。
面白そうなタイトルでしょ。
It's pretty good.
ラブコメとか詳しくねえけど、ろくでもねえタイトルだってのはわかるぜ。
俺主役なのか？
まあそうみたいだな。まあ別にいいけどよ。俺が主役ってのも変な感じだしな。他に出るのは中島に篠崎。篠崎も出るのか。ってことはハーレムの一員？なんか気分悪いぜ。って続き。それにゆい先生にゆかもいるのか。
These are all technically part of his actual canon
出
harem.
んだな。桐崎東子って誰だ？それに水原さつきってゆかの友達だっけ？
Satoshi just seems to exist, and it just, people just get crushes on him. Even Yoshiki has a bit of a crush on him.
まあ
He won't admit to it,
とりあ
though.
えず中身見てみるか。ん？
Huh? Huh?
だ
What?
ってこれサトシが理由もなくモテモテになるだけじゃねえか。
だってラブコメってそういうものだよね。主人公が大した理由もなくモテるものでしょ。
Yee.
かもしれねえが、こんなもの篠崎たちにやらせられっかよ。
Look, we don't mind.
私は別にいいけど。
Ho 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 ho.
本当にいいのかよ篠崎。ハーレムだぞハーレム。
まあしょうがないわよね。
So I don't mind.
じゃあもしかして中島もか。
私も主人公がサトシだったらいいかな。あ、別に変な意味じゃなくて、知らない人だと怖いってだけだけど。
ゆかもか。
まだ台本読んでないけど、お兄ちゃんとならいいかなって。
ゆい先生もかよ。
岸沼くん、私まだ何も言ってないのになんで怒ってるの？
先生も賛成なのかよ。
もろ手を挙げて賛成ってことはないけど、怖いのよりはいいんじゃないかしら。
Plus, Satoshi reminds her of her crush from high school.
ってみんなは言ってるけど。
Rip.
うるせえ。篠崎たちがいいと言ってもこの俺は認めねえぞ。
お兄ちゃんさっきと言ってること違う。
そうよ岸沼くん、何を熱くなってるの？
篠崎、ちっちゃい人間と思われるかもしれないが、俺はお前がサトシと仲良くするところなんて見たくないんだよ。とにかく俺はこんな茶番には付き合わないからな。
そもそもお兄ちゃんの出番はないけど。
Youch.
だとしてもだ、俺は絶対に反対だ。
俺も気に入らねえな。主人公にするならこんな特徴のないやつより俺にするべきだろ。
特徴ないの俺？というかそんな話してなかったよね今。
聞こえなかったのならもう一度言ってやる。主人公にするならこんな特徴のないやつより 俺にするべきだろ。
言わなくていいよ。っていうかそこじゃないだろ、俺が突っ込んだの。
持田に特徴がないかどうかはともかく、俺もこんな茶番に付き合う気にはなれないな。それにやるとしても主役は演劇経験者の俺がやった方がいいと思うけどな。
Morishige, you don't even like people unless they're dead.
森重も否定してくれないの？
聞こえなかったのならもう一度言おうか。
いやだから聞こえなかったとは言ってないだろう。俺否定してくれないことを嘆いてるだけだよ。
持田に特徴がないかどうかはともかく、俺もこんな茶番に付き合う気にはなれないな。それにやるとしても主役は演劇経験者の俺がやった方がいいと思うけどな。
今言わなくていいって言ったよね。なんで余計なことはたくさん言うの？
特徴がないかどうかはともかくサトシ、お前も反対だよな。こんな茶番に参加するのは。
Oh.
よしき、お前も否定してくれないのか。
聞こえなかったのならもう一度言うぜ。
だからもう言わなくていいよ。俺が嘆いているのは聞こえないことじゃなくて。
どっちでもいいだろそんなこと。今はこの台本通りにラブコメをするかどうかって話をしてるんだ。
No.
それはそうだけど。
な、お前に特徴があるとかないとかの問題じゃねえんだだろ。
そうだよな。関係ないよな。でもちょっと気になるんだ。なあよしき、お前もそう思ってるのか？よしき、もしもし、よしきさん。
もしもーし。
どうしても答えないといけないのか。
すごく答えづらい質問だったの？俺に特徴があるかどうか聞くのってそんなに厳しいことなの？
お兄ちゃん。ねえゆかち、もしかしてゆかちのお兄さんって特徴ないの？キャラ当たってないってやつ？
I mean, he has some character, like he likes his sister.
さつきちゃん。だってみんな言ってるし、誰も否定しないよね。
And he's nice.
でも、そんなにはっきり言ったら、いくらなんでもお兄ちゃんがかわいそうだよ。
ゆか、まさかお前まで俺のことを。
違うよお兄ちゃん。お兄ちゃんってすごく主人公っぽいよ。
To a fault.
かっこいいし、やるときはやるし、最後はやっぱりお兄ちゃんがいないとだし。
それって特徴があるって言えるのかな？
ないと言ってるようにしか聞こえないですよね。普通の主人公って感じですよね。さつきちゃん。でもさゆかち、主人公みたいっていい意味だけど、要するに普通って意味でしょ？
Yee.
んなことはどうでもいいんだよサトシ。
そうだった。今は俺に特徴がないかどうかなんて関係ないんだった。
サトシ、お前も反対だよな、こんな台本。
Are you in or out?
俺は
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
反対だよな、サトシ。
I've been going back and forth debating his existential, like, main character crisis for a while now.
サトシ。
俺は賛成だ。せっかく今日は怖いのはなしって言ってるんだから、ここはおとなしく従うべきだと思う。
見損なったぜサトシ。 お前は自分さえ美味しい目に会えるなら、俺や篠崎がどう思うがいいってことかよ。
Why are you lumping like Shinozaki into this?
違うよしき。俺はただ幸子には逆らわない方がいいって思ってるだけで。それに篠崎も問題ないって言ってるしなあ、篠崎も従った方がいいって思うよな。
本気で言ってるのか篠崎。
Oh, she knows what she's saying.
私さっきもこの台本でいいって言ったでしょ。
In her head, she's like, yes.
だけどよ、でもサトシが主人公でハーレムなんだぞ。
だからそれも持田くんならいいって言ったはずだけど。岸沼くん、何を聞いてたの？
よしき、大丈夫か？なんかショック受けてるみたいだけど。台本にはお前は出てないし関係ないだろ
う。サトシ。
Look out, he's got a knife.
サトシ。俺はもうお前のことを友達とは思わね
A knife called betrayal.
う。よしき、なんでそこで怒るんだよ。なんでラブコメをした方がいいって分かってくれないんだ。
え。分かってないのはお前の方だサトシ。
俺、お前が何を言ってるのか分からないよ、よしき。
とにかくラブコメには反対だからな。
どうして？
Damn.
せっかく楽しい一日にしようと思ったのに、どうしてそんな風にいがみ合うの？
どうしてって、お前がふざけたことを言い出すからだろうが。
We just tell the omnipresent, like, ghost evil god thing that their script sucks.
ひどいお兄ちゃん。もうお兄ちゃんなんて呼んであげない。菱沼たちがそういうつもりなら幸子にも考えがあるからね。
Punishment game.
やべえ、激鱗に触れちまったか。
逃げたいやつにはチャンスをあげる。もちろん簡単なことじゃないけどね。あのドアの先には脱出ゲームがあるの。もしゴールまでたどり着けたら、その時は誰かもう一人と一緒に逃がしてあげる。一人じゃ寂しいでしょ。
マジかよ。
もしゴールできたらだけどね。